What is time? Are you curious to know what is actually a time? First ask yourself what it is. I think you didn't find much. Let me help you. Someone has well said that. Time is slow when you are wait. Time is fast when you are late. Time is deadly when you are sad. Time is short when you are happy. Time is endless when you are in pain. Time is long when you are feel bored. Every time is determined by your feelings and psychological conditions and not by clocks. Actually, no scientist has been able to fully explain what is time, but some theories and facts has been discovered. The concept of time is self-evident. An hour consists of a certain number of minutes, a day of hours and a year of days. But we rarely think about the fundamental nature of time. Time is passing non-stop, and we follow it with clocks and calendars. Yet we cannot study it with a microscope or experiment with it. And it still keeps passing. We just cannot say what exactly happens when time passes. Time is represented through change, such as the circular motion of the moon around Earth. The passing of time is indeed closely connected to the concept of space. According to the general theory of relativity, space, or the universe, emerged in the Big Bang some 13.7 billion years ago. Before that, all matter was packed into an extremely tiny dot. That dot also contained the matter that later came to be the sun, the earth and the moon, the heavenly bodies that tell us about the passing of time. Before the Big Bang, there was no space or time. Time is the central mystery of our existence. It confines and defines us in many ways. Time is an illusion. Probably every person watching will have different time zone, not just because you're watching videos different times during a day. Also because we have to deal with different time zone and different clock. Time is infinite. Time transcends human understanding, and yet very few people pause to think what it means. Time management has always been sold as one of the key skills for success, and there are several books available to help. Here are some history about time. First ever time was measured by sundial. Sundial is an instrument showing the time by the shadow of a pointer cast by the sun onto a plate marked with the hours of the day. 1500 to 1300 BC. Sundial first used in Egypt to measure the time of day by the sun's shadow. Hours are shorter in winter and longer in summer. 400 BC. Greeks use a water clock, which measures the outflow of water from a vessel, to measure time. 980. Alfred the Great, a Saxon king, uses burning candles to measure time. 1370. King Charles V of France decrees that all Paris church bells must ring at the same time as the royal palace, helping end the ringing of bells at the canonical hours, prayer times, decreed by the church. 1400s. Mechanical clocks are built in Europe, using a mainspring and balance wheel. 1583. Galileo Galilei realizes that the frequency of a pendulum's swing depends on its length. 1657. Christine Huygens invents the first pendulum clock, capable of far greater accuracy than any preceding timekeeper. But the clock does not work at sea. 1759. John Harrison builds a clock that loses only 5 seconds on a voyage from England to Jamaica. Navigators cheer, and Harrison gets rich. 1839. Telegraph invented, allowing instant transmission of time signals. 1840s. Time ball is dropped at noon each day at the U.S. Naval Observatory. Ships in the harbor use the ball to set their clocks. 1884. 25 countries accept Greenwich, England, as the prime meridian, 0 degrees longitude. The prime meridian gradually becomes the basis for time throughout the world. Liberia finally adopts it in 1972. 1886. Salespeople for the R.W. Sears Watch Company fan out across America selling affordable timepieces. The firm is later renamed Sears, Roebuck and Company. 1905 a radio time signal starts being transmitted from Washington, D.C. to help ships find longitude. 1945 physicist Isador Rabi suggests making a clock based on the study of atoms, using a method called atomic beam magnetic resonance. 1949 National Bureau of Standards, now the National Institute of Standards and Technology, builds the first atomic clock, using ammonia. 1967 a second is formally defined as 9,192,631,770 vibrations of the cesium atom. For the first time, time is not defined by the movement of astronomical bodies. 1998 time is more popular than ever, about 500 million watches are sold each year. Today we can see a time in every electronic device. So, have a nice time always.